ready?
I am. I'm excited to see what you found for me.
It's like Christmas morning.
It is like Christmas, just like Christmas. Santa!
I'm loving Tony's enthusiasm. A great way to start this reveal of what I found.
All right, bring it home.
To get the same antique feel of Tony's Italian iron headboard, I went with an authentic pair of French antique headboards with the idea that you could attach them together to create a one-of-a-kind king-size bed.
Okay. I think it's really interesting. It's a good choice. It's actually an old decorator trick, putting the two twins together to make one big bed.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm giving you a solid A on that one.
Awesome.
Not a bad start. Now moving on to the bedding, I'm dying to see what Tony thinks of my used hotel sheets. But first, I'll have to remind him of his own advice.
Would you say the feel of the sheets is the most important?
I think it's yes, absolutely. The most important thing is the quality of the sheets.
Okay, then I want you to remember that. So, super good quality white sheets, high thread count, but they're used. You're just laughing at me.
No, because you just don't know what people do in hotel rooms. They could have had circus animals in there for all I know.
Well, but that's the same thing as staying in a hotel then. See, you go in and you just trust that they're clean.
The luxury of a hotel. But you know what they do use sometimes? Just the most glorious thick sheets. I'm all for vintage. Renew, reuse, recycle. Keep it going.
Really?
It's better than landfill. Just don't tell your guests they're sleeping on used sheets. The rumor mill come back around to your friends be like, oh my Lord, did you hear? She put us in old hotel sheets. They were old, they were worn. Oh, we left.
I like to create a little controversy.
Yeah. Exactly.
Tony agrees that what they don't know won't kill them, and that $6.50 just bought me another A. I also scored points for the antique paisley throw that can be used on the bed, and Tony's equally fond of my vintage mirror find, which brings us to lighting.
Again, these were antiques.
Okay. Oh yeah, terrific. Yeah.
Right?
And just right here off the streets of Chicago, right here in town. You don't have to go to the south of France. You can find beautiful lighting right here in Chicago.
Exactly, right in your own backyard.
Exactly.
So we are moving on now to the next category, which is where to put your clothes away. And I found a coat rack.
There you go.
I mean, you are just looking completely underwhelmed
Yeah, it's
right
really
now.
domestic, and I'm sorry, but I think you could have pushed this one a little bit further and found something with just a little bit more class, because I think it's nice, but it is a little bit like, you know.
You just called me classless.
Domestic.
Domestic.
Oh,
Who wants to be domestic?
So,
Well,
I'm
okay.
going to have to give you a D on that one.
A D?
That's a D. It's a coat rack, and that's about all you can say.
Okay, this doesn't bode well for my little luggage rack.
I mean, it's a luggage rack.
All right. You are tough.
I am tough. I'm very specific about what is right and what is wrong.
This guy seems like he's all fun and games, but he's not.
Since Tony's nightstand was pretty intricate and tough to duplicate, I chose a nightstand that was a little more simple and hopefully safe.
If it's solid wood, I think spray to color, I think it could look very fresh and nice. Nice piece of thick glass, make it practical.
Yeah.
The glass is very important because you can set stuff down. And I agree with your point of make it neutral as opposed to trying to find something that would be a miss.
Thank you. See,
Yeah.
every once in a while I get one right.
Yeah.
Whew, finally, I'm back on track. A good way to wrap this thing up as we get to my final finds, a few pieces that create a separate sitting area.
And I thought it was just a nice, comfortable place to sit in the corner and read a book.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it looks great.
And that is antique tripod table. I call it a flippy top, but I know that's not what it's called. It's one of those little tops that
It's
goes
a
like that.
tip top.
Tip top. Okay, that one.
It's a Chippendale style as opposed to French, but it's the nice thing about it is you could play checkers on it if you wanted to.
You're so mean
I
to
think
me.
it.
You don't like
that's
it.
one of the nice things about it. Feel good about it. I think you're
I'm trying to.
Oh,
You're giving
you don't
me a
have
hard
to rely on other people always to justify your choices. Feel the power of your choice. Oh, it's a good table. I love
That's it. I like that table. I'm sticking with that table.
Exactly.
Overall,
You
are a tough critic, but overall, how do you think I did?
I think you've sold me on many things that I wasn't quite sure about. So I'm going to say a rock solid A-.
Really?
Running through. Yeah. Oh, I feel that antique items always have a much better feel. They have a bit of a patina. They've lived a little bit of a life. And it just has a wonderful energy to it. And so it just provides them a comfortable environment that's clear of clutter so they can set their things down and sort of move in.
Tony's designer guest bedroom, including luxurious bedding, that antique iron headboard, and plenty of vintage and antique items already belonging to the homeowner, is estimated at around $10,000. Our Bring It Home version came in at well under $2,000. We've done the searching so that you don't have to. Totally selfless, really. Just head to bringithomechicago.com to get a second look at anything you've seen during today's show so that you too can bring it home.